I'm Judge Anne Marie Caruth for Lubbock County Precinct 4, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about filing for petitions for eviction in justice court. Petitions for eviction are something that we see in large volume here in Lubbock County, and so I'd like to walk you through the process to help clarify any confusion that you may have. If you visit Precinct 4, there'll be a table outside the court clerk's office with petitions for a variety of different cases. But specifically, of course, we're talking about small claims and landlord-tenant today. The packet that you'll find outside will look like this. There will be a civil case information sheet on the front and then a petition attached to the back that I will walk you through today. This is a state requirement actually for the civil case information sheet, so that's why we've already coupled that with the petition for you for your convenience, and so that will also need to be filled out as well. At the top of the petition, you will first see a case number that the clerk will provide you when you have filed for the eviction. The plaintiff, of course, is going to be the name of the landlord, the property name, the landowner, the property manager, whoever is actually bringing the suit, that's the name that will go here. The defendant is the name of the tenant or tenants listed on the lease, and so those names will go here. It's important also to include the total monthly rent. The total monthly rent is not the amount that you're asking the court for in delinquent rent. It's the contracted amount in the lease that the tenant and landlord have agreed on, and that's the amount that will go there. This section here under complaint is reserved for the address of the property in question, meaning the property that you are asking for an eviction case to be heard on. That address may or may not be different than the service of citation address. That address needs to be provided to the clerk in order for service to be issued to the defendant. I'd like to address sections 2, 3, and 4 together. In Texas, there are 3 reasons why a petitioner may bring a suit for eviction. One being unpaid rent, one being lease violations, and then the last being a holdover. Unpaid rent is that delinquent amount that is owed to the tenant, and those dates would need to be included here along with the total ask amount for delinquent rent. Lease violations will be those things other than delinquent rent, those breaches of contract found in the lease, and those will need to be listed here specifically. And then 4 is the holdover grounds. Holdover grounds, you're asking the court to remove a tenant from a property because they failed to vacate at the end of the rental term. Section 5 on the petition is the notice to vacate section. In Texas, it is required for all plaintiffs to first give written notice to vacate before filing the petition. So this section requires you to insert the date and delivery method of that notice in order to be compliant with state laws. Section 6 is about attorney's fees, whether you will or will not be seeking attorney's fees. And Section 7 is actually a choice of the plaintiff to determine whether or not they would like to file for the bond for possession. The final section of this petition is really about contact information for the plaintiff. This is allowing the court to notice you of any motions or hearings via email. Of course, the petitioner's name and signature and address will go here, and then of course at the bottom the petition will be notarized by the clerk of the court. The final step of the petition for eviction process is the completion of the affidavit of military status. This is required by law, so you will find it attached to the back of our petition. And our court actually also asks for proof of that military status by printing out verification on the SCRA website. Now that we've gone through the process of filling out the petition for eviction, I'd like to talk to you about a couple of hiccups that I typically see in the courtroom to help you through the process in the future. One thing that's extremely important when filing for petition for eviction is to make sure the service of citation is included, because service can't be done without that. Also to completely fill out each section. No section is more important than the other. And also to make sure that if you are coming to court for delinquent rent, to have proof of those months and dates where rent was not paid. I hope this video has helped clarify some of the confusion for petitioners when they come in to file a petition for eviction. As always, our court clerks are happy to help and answer any questions that they have. Just please remember that they cannot give you any legal advice, but we do have an open door policy, so if at any point you're ever confused, please feel free to call or come by. We're happy to help.